of Boots and Bridles, and I am 15 years old, and my presentation is on how to pick good bloodlines. This is me and my princess, or me and my horse, Zippo's princess. These are her bloodlines. When we first got Princess, we noticed that she had a bunch of Zippo in her name. Well, we did a little research, and we found out that Zippo Pine Bar, which is her great-great-grandsire, is also her great-great-great-grandsire. And so he has very good Western pleasure points also. Zippo Pine Bar was a world champion pleasure horse. His lines continue today. He is inducted in the AQHA Hall of Fame in 2000, and he was inducted in the NSBA Hall of Fame in 1992. He was awarded the Superior Performance Award for Western Pleasure in 1972, and he was an AQHA champion of 1972 of the ROM performance. Performance points he's earned over the years are in halter. He's earned a total of 145, and specifically in halter he's earned 33, and performance he's earned 112. So, okay. And in AQHA, he has sired 1,636 AQHA registered foals. His get, which is his offspring, have accumulated 43,168.5 AQHA points. His get have 14 AQHA world champions, 29 reserve world champions. In APHA, his 71 registered foals. His get have 7,716 APHA points. His get are 12 APHA world champions and 10 reserve foals. This is about line breeding. Line breeding causes where you breed the same horse to its sire and sire. It's sort of like inbreeding for humans. And over time, it can cause genetic disorders. One of them is lethal white, which is where you breed Novero, which is what Princess is, where they have bold white face markings, and their color does not pass the center line or on their back. The lethal white is where they are born all white, and they have all their intestines are not fully hooked up, right? And they can die 12 hours after being born from colic, because their colons aren't working right. Each of them has a 25% chance of throwing this lethal white disorder. There's also another one called HYPP, which is the hyperkalemic periodic paralysis disease. It is an uncontrolled spasm of the muscles, and it's been bred down, or it can also cause temporary paralysis. The only bloodline to carry this is that of Impressive, which is a quarter horse who has been bred to have big, stocky muscles. And in that, he started to have muscle spasms. The website that I found lots of information on was UC Davis, and they have lethal white testing for $40, and the HYPP testing for $50. And what they do is they pluck a tail hair, and they put it in a machine which grinds it up and takes the DNA out, and they test the DNA strand. And some of my references were the APHA website, which is www.apha.com, the All Breeds Pedigree Query at www.allbreeds.com, or pedigree.com, the Bo Perry Quarter Horse Inc. at zippopinebar.com, which is who last owned him before he died, and the UC Davis website, which is ucdavis.com, or .edu. Is there any questions?
This is a very interesting topic. doing this research, and I did work with horses as well, what is your opinion as far as when you're going to buy a horse, to look for a horse, looking at its bloodlines, if that's going to more so determine what they end up doing and the quality of horse they are, versus the level and type of training that you give them? So how important is it to look at a horse's bloodlines as in terms of ability?
The question was stated, how important is it to look at a horse's bloodlines before you buy him? Me personally, I think it's very important to look at it because, say, if we used to have a horse named Mickey, who at first we didn't know if she had a precedent or not. So we looked at her bloodlines when we got her Coggins done, and we noticed she had a precedent. That kind of worried us because we'd already bought her, so we got her tested for HIV. Luckily, she was negative. So if we hadn't tested her and she was positive and started having uncontrolled spasms, we would not have known what it was from. So I think it's very important.
I did the same thing with my horse. He was impressive and I got a test too.
Okay, so I'm very interested in the line breeding aspect and the genetic abnormalities. Now, I know I don't have any horses, but I'm familiar with genetic abnormalities with animals. So is there anything that's good can come out of line breeding? Are there times where you don't run into genetic abnormalities and you were glad you chose the line breeding?
The question was stated, is there any benefits out of line breeding and should we do it? I don't think there are, or there might be some, but there's still a small chance that line breeding may cause a genetic disorder, which could really mess up the foal. So I really don't think you should, but if you think you should, and maybe you get one of the lucky ones where you don't get an abnormality,